Well, hello everyone. This is Troy Harper here at Harper Cigar Lounge, and I'm back with another Troy Marcia cigar review. This is episode 12. The last show I did was September 15th of last year. So it's been a while, wouldn't you say? I'm glad I'm back, guys. Thanks for being here. I've got a special show for you guys today. I'm going to do something for the very first time with this show today. I'm going to be doing an unboxing with someone I really look up to, one of my biggest heroes. And I've got a great cigar for you guys today. I'll also have some cigar trivia towards the end of the show. We'll probably do a few shout outs maybe here. And I will do some cigar news, show you some cigar news. What's the latest in the cigar business? What's the latest cigars coming out that might be pretty interesting to look for and try. And yes, you are on the right channel. I do have my beard shaved off. I am missing it. I'll just say that, but I need a break from it for a little bit. And yeah, so anyway, I'm just glad to be here, guys. It's good to be back doing this show again. It's been so long. And by the way, ciao and benevento, which means hello and welcome. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for being here. If you're new to this channel, um, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like, leave your questions, comments, and feedback, and share this content with everybody you know, and hit that bell below to get all the latest updates and content that comes to this channel, so you're always up to speed, and so you're never behind on what's going on here. And cheers to you guys, by the way. I'm drinking some Bones coffee, uh, maple bacon Bones coffee. So anyway, drinking that today. So cheers to all of you. And all of you guys that have been with me from the beginning, all you new followers, thank you so much for all your support to me. Without you guys, I couldn't be here, and I couldn't do this without you. And so you guys are the greatest. You guys are the best. And I hope you guys know how much I appreciate you guys so much. And you guys are always in my thoughts and prayers every day. And I don't take you guys for granted at all. I thank the good Lord above every day for all of you being in my life and for you guys being a part of this world here, this community of cigars and scally caps, metalheads, you name it. There's a lot of stuff going on in this channel. So this is a newer cap of mine. This is the Stray from the Peaky Hat Company called the Stray. I love that gold lining and some suede underneath the bill there, and dark brown and black houndstooth pattern there. Really soft, nice and warm cap. And this is a single panel flat cap. It's got some poof in the front, which I really love. So it really looks like the old style Scottish or British caps way back in the early 1900s. And of course, these caps from the Peaky Hat Company are all inspired by the Peaky Blinders shows that have been on Netflix. But I just love that poofiness and that in that front, the dimples there, and it just really takes me back to the early 1900s, where the with all the British gangs, I guess, Scottish British gangs that took place way back then. If you haven't watched any of the Peaky Blinders shows, check them out. I'm a late starter with it. I'm into like show 5 for season 1. I've got a ways to go. But I did want to show you this cap pin also real quick. So that came with it. Just a silhouette of the main character for Peaky Blinders, which is gosh, I'll think of it here in a second, hopefully. Um gosh, can't believe I forgot. Gonna have to look it up real quick here. Uh, let's see here. I don't know why I forget these things easily. It comes with my age, I guess. But these are great shows. I've been really enjoying them so far. And check them out if you haven't done that. Let's see here. Tommy Shelby. Tommy Shelby. I gotta get that down. But anyway, so the main character of Peaky Blinders is Tommy Shelby, and I want to get his actual name here because he's an actor that I've really liked over the years. He was in some of the older Batman movies. Cillian Murphy plays Tommy Shelby, and he is from. He is actually from Ireland, so he definitely looks like someone that's from Ireland, definitely. But there he is right there. But he played in some of the older Batman movies, and he played the Scarecrow, and I just thought he was awesome. But he's at the age of 49. Douglas Cork, Ireland is where he's from, born May 25th, 1976. And another actor that's in this movie that I really like a lot um, is Sam Neill, this guy right here. And he's actually from Ireland also, if I remember right. So it's a really good show. You got to really watch it closely to follow it. But yeah, so he's from Amag, Northern Ireland. And there again is his picture there. So another actor I really like. So if you guys haven't watched Peaky Blinders, make sure you catch that show on Netflix. Still going on. They're still keeping it on. And if I don't catch it all before they take it off, I'll have to probably end up buying the Blu-ray series or something. So, but anyway, great show. But these caps are inspired by the Peaky Blinders show. Tommy Shelby, main character of the show. But there's a lot of other guys on the show, that are involved in these old, I don't know, British gangs or Scottish gangs, um, Irish gangs, whatever you want to call them. They're all wearing these kind of caps, and I just really love it. I really love the way they look. I also got a new traditional newsboy cap. It's really full and kind of floppy, and I was gonna wear that originally during the show, but it was shading my face too much. And this cap is shading my face a little bit too, but the other one was really shading my face. So anyway, let's move on. Again, thank you guys for being here. I'm so excited. And again, this is the cigar that I'm going to be reviewing today. Let's see here. Trying to get that to focus. There it is. I think that's a little better. Anyway, yeah, really, really nice looking cigar. Was really hoping that that would focus in on that better. But anyway, it's really not. So anyway, you guys got a pretty good idea of what that cigar looks like. But this is called the Michelangelo. Let me get my notes up. This is the Michelangelo Italy Toro 6x62, and it's got kind of a figurado shape to it, as you can see right there. So I really do love the way this looks. It's a really dark, oily outer wrapper. Really feels great in my hand. Not real veiny or anything like that, but let me read this. I got this from the Boutique Cigar. Indulge in the refined taste of the El Septimo Michelangelo Toro cigar, masterfully blended for deep aroma and velvety smoke. elevating every celebratory moment. Channeling the creative spirit of Michelangelo, this cigar offers a powerful and memorable smoking experience that demands contemplation and respect. It's strong, spicy. It's strong, spicy enough. I'm sorry. Its strong, spicy initial puffs evolve into complex notes of minerals and leather, culminating in a persistent cherry note of burnt coffee that adds a dramatic flair to the smoke, ideal for those who appreciate leaf cigars and the craftsmanship of a perfecto. So yeah, perfecto, definitely. Uh, perfecto look in that bottom part, and it's rounded on the top where the cap is, and it's got kind of a rounded bottom with that little wick on the end. So that is definitely a nice looking perfecto, if you ask me. The Michelangelo is not for the faint of heart. Paired perfectly with a leather cigar kit. Paired perfectly with a leather cigar kit. It is a bold and assertive cigar that challenges and rewards the smoker with every draw. For fans of a spicy cigar, this blend delivers intensity and depth. So yeah, I'm really excited about trying this. My gosh, can't wait to get this going here. So let me get this clipped, and then I'll do a toast and a final light on this. And yeah, just tasting the wrapper. It's got some real nice spice to it. A lot of like red pepper and black pepper almost. Wow. Anyway, I think I'll use my gillet or my V cut today, but this is a great cutter that my son got me by Calibri. It's really heavy and just feels great in my hand, real sturdy. It's got nice spring action when you clip your cigar, and it's got the guillotine and the V cut. Let me get rid of the extra tobacco that I had from my last cigar in there, but there you go. And then when you set it down, you can rest your cigar on it if you want. Right there, there's a spot to rest your cigar. So anyway, really great cutter. I definitely suggest one of these. They're not cheap. They're about $99 for one of these, but they are really great cutters. So anyway, I'm gonna use my V cut, I think. So there we go. Got my V cut. The cold draw has got some spice to it, some kind of sweet cinnamon kind of taste notes to it. Wow. But the band on here says Michelangelo, the Sacred Arts Collection, Reserve Royale. So yeah, really, wow. So anyway, wow, it smells terrific. Oh, wow. It's got a really nice barnyard hay kind of a smell. Fresh grass kind of a smell to it. This one cigar band, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. It's a little bit loose on the cigar, but so there's one of the bands on there. The El Septimo Geneva handcrafted. So anyway, well, let's get this baby, give it a toast. Then I'll start giving it a final light. This little end that you got to light on this, you got to be really careful if you're using a triple torch flame lighter or a double torch. This is really something that you probably should use a real like a single match or a match or a single torch. That way you're not burning up around the edges of that wick on the end. So I am going to go ahead and use a match to finish this off. Wow, it is spicy. Definitely spicy. Wow. First hit, nothing but spice, which I really like. It's just a little bit of a touch up so it starts to burn evenly the way it needs to. Um, wow, and I'm getting some really dark roast coffee with this also. Wow. Wow. Mm. Wow, I've had the cigar now for I don't know, probably 6 months or more. That's been sitting in my humidor. So I'm glad I'm finally breaking this out to smoke it. Retail on this is around 16.99. But wow, wow, spicy. Definitely spicy. Definitely getting some dark cherry notes, some dark roast coffee, and it is really going great with my coffee, by the way. Wow. So anyway, really good. But it's burning evenly so far overall. It's building up some nice white ash. And it's putting off a lot of great smoke and a lot of great aromas here. Getting some sweet. Oh, getting some sweeter aromas, almost kind of a sweet cedar, I guess, kind of an aroma to it. But wow, what a terrific cigar so far. Well, anyway, let's do an unboxing. I'm going to be unboxing this. I'm going to do an unboxing on both of these. I've got the CD. This is the new Peter Criss album that just came out um, in 2025, right around Christmas time, if I remember right. Let's see here. This came out on December 19th of 2025. So, yeah. So anyway, the new Peter Criss, and I've listened to it. I got it downloaded on my phone. I got the CD, got the vinyl that I ordered from a place called Ernie November over in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And I'm really excited to unbox this. It's a great album. It's got some older style stuff that you'd hear from Peter Criss's like solo album in the 78. Um, it's got some of that. It's got some more modern rock. It's not heavy metal, but it's just nice. It's just nice hard rock music that's got a nice driving force behind it. Definitely Peter Criss style rock music, but it's got that jazziness, that bluesiness, and it's just Peter Criss has that great raspy voice still at his age, which Peter Criss is at the age of let's see here. He's at the age of 80 now. Peter Criss was born December 20th of all things, 1945. And so his album came out December 19th um, of 2025. And so yeah, he brought it out a day before his birthday. And yeah, Peter Criss again, born December 20th, 1945. He's at the age of 80. And Peter Criss is still looking really good for his age. There's a picture of him there. And I'm really proud of the stuff that Kiss has done. But along with Kiss, Peter Criss was received into the Kennedy Center honors as a part of the 2025 class. Surviving original members Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, and Peter Criss, of course. Ace Frehley didn't live long enough to make it to this. But rest in peace, Ace Frehley. We miss you. Um, and so anyway, welcome to Kiss. Congratulations to Kiss and Peter Criss especially for being a part of the Kennedy Center honors that happened, this last year in December. So um, that's got to be a huge honor, I'm sure. So anyway, um, the cigar, by the way, has some great draw. It's not too loose, not too tight. The construction's really good on this so far. I'm not seeing any flaws or anything. But yeah, it's just, boy, that dark oily wrapper is just beautiful. And I just love the Figurado shape of this. Wow. Really doing good so far. But if you guys have not picked this up yet, make sure you grab it up. If you love Kiss, you love Peter Criss, you'll love this album. You really will. So anyway, it's a great day to celebrate Peter Criss, celebrate our Italian heritage. Peter Criss is Italian and Irish, the same as us in our family. So, and growing up, I always felt like I had a pretty big connection with Peter Criss with Kiss after I started getting into him at the age of 8 years old back in 1978. And the first album I heard from Kiss was Kiss Life 2 through a kid I was hanging out with at the time. And that was it for me. Saw a picture of Peter Criss. My dad was a guitarist, sang a lot. And I always swore I'd probably learn guitar and play guitar. But after seeing Peter Criss's pictures back then of how big his drum kit was and hearing him sing, I decided I wanted to sing like him and be a drummer like him. And so I did, by gosh, over a lot of years. And so Peter Criss, thank you for getting me into music the way I've been into. You're really, I mean, Kiss is my first hard rock heavy metal band that I started getting into. REO Speedwagon was really the first band I heard that had a rock edge to it, bluesy rock kind of edge to it. But then later discovering Kiss, hearing that hard rock, that real hard rock kind of sound, much harder than REO Speedwagon, of course. That was the sound I decided I was going to grasp onto and inherit for my own and take on for myself. That's how I was going to identify myself in life, was through that kind of music. And so I have, and I'm proud of that still. So, but Peter Criss is really the driving force behind me really, really getting into wanting to play drums and sing and do that. So thank you, Peter Criss. You've been such a huge influence on me. I would love to have you on this channel. And I've reached out to you. Hopefully this podcast will somehow find its way to you, Peter. And I would love to have you on this channel. I really would. So let's make it happen, Peter. Come on. Get in touch with me. And so anyway, guys, I'm going to show you a little something here before we do the unboxing. A little bit of something here to kind of get you in the mood for this album here. So let's do this.
Original Kiss drummer Peter Criss spoke to Billboard about his solo album, simply titled Peter Criss, which arrived this Friday, December 19th. He said, "I put my heart and soul into it. My voice, I'm still singing like a bird. Boy, am I lucky. I felt I was in control, and I was enjoying myself. You can hear me laughing on the record. We all had a great time, and we all had a part in it. It was like having a dream band. You can feel it in the music. It was just really wonderful. I haven't had the experience of doing a record like that since maybe Kiss's first album. I felt like I was 20 years old again." Peter Criss was co-produced by Criss alongside Barry Pointer, who has worked with Ozzy Osbourne, John Five, Mötley Crüe, Steve Stevens, Pearl Aday, and Dolly Parton. Joining the legendary Kiss musician on the LP are Billy Sheehan and Matthew Montgomery, John Five, and Mike McLaughlin on guitar, and Paul Schaffer on piano. The record also features the talents of backing vocalists Dennis and Sharon Collins and Cat Manning of Cat 5. The album will be Criss's first solo release since 2007's One for All, which arrived 13 years after his previous solo release. Regarding the new LP's musical and lyrical direction, Criss told Billboard, "There's a little bit of everything in there. Now that I'm a senior citizen or whatever, I wanted to write a little about politics, a little good old rock and roll. Music is so powerful, as you know. You can really pour your heart and soul into something. And I did. I hope my fans love it. I promised them I would do a rock album after One for All, and I kept my promise." On the topic of the likelihood of Criss playing live shows in support of Peter Criss, he told Billboard, "If the album really knocks the fans out, would I go out? Sure, I wouldn't mind getting back on stage, getting the guys together to do a couple shows. Why not? I'm in pretty good condition for an old guy. Everything is working. Maybe a little bit of arthritis here and there, but I still play the drums a few times a week. So yeah, I hope it does get to that point. I'm just going to let it flow and see how my fans accept it. In an interview with the Music Universe, Criss stated about his new solo LP. Oh my lord, it's taken me a year to prepare it for release. There's some very political stuff, but I wrote a song called Walking on Water, which is about my beating cancer. I'm a very religious guy. I am a Catholic kid. And I got some great players on it. I got Paul Schaffer and Billy Sheehan and Mike McLaughlin, Johnny Five. So I'm pretty excited. It's coming out on the 19th and my birthday's on the 20th. I'll be turning 80.
Okay, let's see here. I want to show you guys one more thing here. All right. See what this is. Well, let's see here. Okay. I forgot to turn my sound off. Anyway, some teasers for all of you out there. Look at this ash, by the way. This ash is building up so well. My gosh. Wow. Beautiful ash, too. Nice white grayish ash. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I went ahead and tapped my ash off here. Hope you guys enjoyed those little bit of teasers, a little bit of an interview with Peter Criss. But yeah, even though this album didn't come out until December of last year, Peter Criss had brought out the song Creepy Crawlers on October 31st of last year. And it's a great song. It was a perfect song for Halloween. And but anyway, guys, I'm gonna get into opening this here. Got my little steel knife here that I like to use for unboxing my, well, whatever I'm unboxing, pretty much. This is a great little knife. I don't want to cut anything that I'm not supposed to here. So I'm trying to be pretty gentle here. And I'm definitely going to save the hype stickers on this. And I'm going to show you something else that Peter Criss had brought out at one time that I just really love. Peter Criss has had several solo albums over the years. Of course, this Peter Criss album with Kiss in 1978, Out of Control in 1980, which was his first solo album um, outside of Kiss, which was called Out of Control. And then he brought out um, Cat Number One, and that's an album I'm going to show you guys here in a moment. That came out in 1994. And then he had One for All in 2007, and now the new 2025, just self-titled Peter Criss album. So put this down for a second. Still getting a lot of spice in that cigar. It's really tasting good. I'm definitely going to have to look into getting some more of those. My gosh. Much better than what I ever anticipated, really, with that, to be honest with you. Well, anyway, here I got the cellophane coming off. I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that hype sticker for sure. And we'll see what the difference is between this and the album. And again, this is my first time ever doing an unboxing during my Troy Marcia cigar review show. But I just thought this would fit great today with this show. And I've been wanting, I bought this one. I found this at Walmart of all places. I couldn't believe it. And then, of course, I got this one. I pre-ordered that one through Early November in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And so anyway, there's the front again, just black. You can get this in white or gray or silver. I got it in the black. And then there's the back. This one's got a bonus track called Hard Rock Knockers. And then here's the inside of it right there. Chris, Brooklyn, New York. And then it's got a picture of all the guests on this album. Right there in the windows there, if you can see that. So anyway, but yeah, this album is really cool. Really cool album. I love it. And it's just a really great album, really good rock album. And it definitely is Peter Criss style rock music for sure. But thank yous is God and Mother Mary, the Kiss fans and Kiss crews, my wife Gigi, all my family, Gene Cruda, Jerry Nolan, Gene, Paul, and Ace, all of my dearest friends, Team Catman, Rose Marino, Sound on Sound Studios, Sterling Sound, The Cutting Room, Flatiron Recordings, The Breakers Hotel, Clayton Limousine Services, and a special thank you to the musicians, singers, producer, and engineers. It's truly a pleasure to work with all of you. In memory of Vinny Gonzalez, Ray Ricafort, Andrew French, George Marino, Terry Hammer, Edward Mulville the third, and I'm sure Ace Frehley would be on this album too if he had passed away sooner, which I'm glad he didn't pass away sooner. But I know Peter Criss was he really took this hard with Ace Frehley passing away. Really took it hard, and I'm sure he's dedicated this album to Peter or to Ace. I'm sure he has. Says I am so grateful to all of my endorsement and support companies, DW Drums, Remo, ProMark, Zildjian, LP and Audio Techna. God bless you all. Flatiron Records, Silver Cat Records Incorporated, and wow, I can't go wrong. Good the cigar is. I don't think there's a book. No, no book. But here's the disc right here. So there's the disc right there. Yeah, it's a great little package deal here. I really love it. I really love this whole packaging here. So of course some of the guests on this is John Five. That's been with Molly Crew recently. He's been with Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson in the past. Mike McLaughlin, which I believe was a part of Peter Criss's band when he did Cat Number One, and also got Billy Sheehan with Mr. Big, and he's worked with a buddy of mine. Um, uh, I'll think of him. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I've lost my train of thought. Antonello. I'm sorry, not Antonello. Um, Martin Motnick with Accept. He's worked with him, and I've gotten to know Martin over time. With Accept, bass player for Accept, just a great guy. I love Martin Motnick. And I bet you, Antonello Nicastro, my buddy out there in the UK, I bet you would love this album. I bet you would love this. So Antonello, make sure you check out this album. I know you're going to love it. Antonello Nicastro, he's been a guest on my show a couple of times. Martin was a guest on my show once last year. Antonello was on my show twice. And both brilliant musicians, songwriters, producers. Oh my God. Both of these guys are just incredible. And both of you guys caught the shows with Martin. Hopefully you caught my show back in last year in January with Martin Monick, and hopefully you caught Antonello on my show back last year in February, and then he was on my show, I believe, last November of last year. But Antonello, I know you love this album, so make sure you check it out. And I bet you Martin Monick's already listened to this. I have a feeling. So. But anyway, great album. I definitely recommend this album to all of you out there. If you haven't listened to it, grab it up and listen to it. You're gonna love it. You really are. And yeah, I love Peter Criss. Love everything he does. Really miss him in Kiss. I really do. But great guy. Such a huge influence on me. But So anyway, so this album is the sixth solo studio album by former drummer Kiss drummer Peter Criss. The album is his first studio album since 2007, One for All. Criss announced the album in April 2025, revealing an all-star lineup including John Five, Piggy D, Mike McLaughlin, Billy Sheehan, and Paul Schaefer. On October 31st, 2025, Criss announced a release date of December 19th. 2025, which was one day before his 80th birthday, like we mentioned. And track listing again is rock and rock and roll, In the Dark, For the Money, Murder, Walking on Water, Creepy Crawlers, Justice, Cheaper to Keep Her, Sugar, Rubberneck, and Hard Rock Knockers. And this has let's see here, has reached #1 on iTunes rock charts. That's awesome. Blabbermouth says original Kiss drummer Peter Criss to release Long Way to new album solo in December. I was just trying to see if there's any kind of positive press releases here. But yeah, so like Peter Criss said, you know, a lot of his faith comes out in this album. His political beliefs comes out in this album. It's a real personal album, and he just let loose on anything he wanted to discuss through the music. And so it's a brilliant album, guys. You got to pick it up. You really do. And this cigar is still doing wonderful. My gosh, one of the best cigars I've probably ever had. If this continues doing as well as it is, definitely be a 10 out of 10 cigar for me. Just the construction is great. The draw is great. Just beautiful cigar. Love that dark. I'm a Maduro guy, so I love dark, oily, spicy Maduro cigars. Bold, cigars with a lot of flavor. Dark roast coffees, dark chocolates, which I am getting some dark chocolate in this. Dark roast coffee, getting that really, really well. Getting those cherry notes. And just some red pepper, some black pepper. Oh my gosh, this is a dreamy cigar. Definitely not a cigar that I would probably want to share with everybody. I'm sorry, guys. This is a cigar I'd want to hoard for myself. And no, I tell you what, if I could get a hold of a box of these somehow, I would share these with any of you guys out there, if it's possible. So anyway, but no, this is the only one I've got, unfortunately. But wow, what a terrific cigar. And let's see, let's take a look at the album now. There's the front of it. I'll definitely hold on to the hype sticker there. There's the back of it. Now, this one does not have the extra track. This one says you have to download the bonus track. So there's a card included on the inside of this. And I'm not sure what they mean by limited edition black vinyl, but that's what it says is limited edition black vinyl on there. And I'm not sure what that means exactly when they say that, but so anyway, but yeah, really, really, really nice looking album. That front has got a raised, it's all raised, textured or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, really cool, really cool. On the CD, it's not textured or raised, that lettering on the front, but it is on the album. So let me cut this open. And actually, I'm going to keep the cellophane on this, I believe. I don't know. I don't think this is a double. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think this is a gatefold. I think it's just a regular album jacket here or cover, whatever you want to call it. Comes with a paper sleeve, which I'll have to put that album in one of my special plastic sleeves. But anyway, so yeah, pretty much the same thing that's on the inside of the CD is on this, just on two different sides. So there's the inside of it right there. And really beautiful black vinyl, though, I'll have to tell you that. You guys got a little glimpse of my TV in the background and me and what I see when I'm doing my shows with you guys. You can see my monitor there with me on it. But anyway, yeah, really pretty album. Really pretty album. That black vinyl is just really shiny and glossy, almost glossy looking. It's just beautiful. So maybe that's what's limited about it. I don't know. I'm not seeing a card though that is talking about. Not sure what they're talking about the card. Bonus track download card included. Huh. I'm not seeing a card. So that's one thing I'm a little confused about here. Unless it's inside the jacket here and I missed it. No, nothing in there. Bonus track download card included, but I'm not seeing that. So I'm not sure why it says that and there's no card. So that I'm a little disappointed with, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, no card included. I'm not seeing that anywhere. I'm going to take this out one more time. See if I missed anything here. Yeah, no card. So I'm a little disappointed with that. But I do have that song, of course, as a bonus on the CD. And I've got it as a bonus on the download I did for the whole album. But yeah, I'm not sure where this card is they're talking about, but anyway, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, wished I had that card just to have, I guess. So yeah, notice on the one side of the album has got the black inner sticker there. And then on the other side it's silver. So yeah, darn it. I wished I knew where the card was. But unless it's behind the hype sticker here. No, not seeing anything in there. Anyway, that's okay. I wasn't too concerned about that actually anyway. Because like I said, I've got I've got the bonus track on my CD. I've got it on my download. But anyway, so yeah. But so yeah, I'm not real disappointed, but I just wish they would have had that in there since it said there was, one in there. But so anyway, yeah, put that back up here. Go ahead and put all that together there. But yeah, what a great album, guys. Definitely pick it up. You guys need to pick that album up. You really do. Whether it's CD, download, or the album. But now one thing I'm impressed with the cigar, I set it down for a little bit and it did not burn out on me. It's still burning terrifically. And wow. Tasting great. Still. But anyway, this is the other album I wanted to show you guys, Cat number one. This is a really good album also. Yeah, Cat number one. But track listing on this is Bad Attitude, Walk the Line, The Truth, Bad People Burn in Hell, Show Me, Good Times, Strike, Good Times and Then Strike, Blue Moon Over Brooklyn, Down with the Sun, We Want You, and Beth. The Beth acoustic, there's an acoustic version of Beth on the end of this that Peter Criss does, and he just sings it beautifully, and the acoustic guitars are beautiful. But there's the inside right there. And it's got all the lyrics. And Peter Criss mentioned at the end of this, it says, and God. So he's got all these thank yous right here. A lot of thank yous, all those thank yous right there. And then on the end, it says, and God. So he's very open about his faith, which I just respect the heck out of him for that. And then it shows you how you can join the Cat Club. And some of the guys that were on this album, was Mike Stone on lead guitars and lead vocals and guitar. So he helped with vocals on this. But Mike Stone has been with Queensryche, and I had the privilege of meeting Mike Stone and the rest of the guys in Queensryche this last year. And Mike Stone is just a terrific guy, but he is on this album. And of course, when I got this album, I didn't know who Mike Stone was. I'd never heard of Mike Stone or anything like that. But his participation on this album was great. Well, then I realized who Mike Stone was after I met Queensryche and got to meet, Mike Stone last year, which, I didn't pay attention very well. Obviously, that Mike Stone had been a part of Queensryche for a while. But off and on over the years, he'd been a part of Queensryche. But great guy. Mike Stone, he was a really nice guy. Gave us a guitar pick outside of the venue. And then, of course, that was when we were hanging out waiting to get in to the show. Mike Stone came up and talked to us and gave us a guitar pick and let us know some secrets about Queensryche that I won't reveal, but some things that are coming up with Queensryche that I'm excited about, but I was told that we can't reveal anything. And then got to hang out with Mike Stone and the rest of the guys in Queensryche because I was able to get a VIP experience package with Queensryche. And it was an honor to meet all those guys and hang out with them a little bit. They're all great guys. Todd LaTorre, their lead singer, was a heck of a guy. He's a heck of a vocalist. Really, really does well with all the Queensryche stuff. I think they could have picked a better person to become the lead singer for Queensryche. So anyway, if you guys have never picked up Cat number one, if you can find that, make sure you grab that up also. Great album. No fillers in that album at all. It's got some ballads, got some hard hitters, but it's all terrific. You'll love that album from beginning to end. Just like the new Peter Criss, you'll love it from the beginning to the end. There's no fillers in that album at all. It's a great album. Solid rock album. Thank you, Peter Criss, for giving us a gift of you again. So great album. Really is. Let's go look at see what's going on all the latest with the cigar world. Let's see what new cigars are coming out. So we're going to go to aficionado.com and check it out here. See what's going on. Okay. Gran Habano from George Rico. I've never heard of those cigars. Have you guys heard of those cigars? Let me know if you have. Gran Habano. Yeah, those look like nice cigars. Maybe we'll come back to that one. But I was gonna tell you guys, if you do have the new Peter Criss or any Peter Criss albums, and you're a big fan of Peter Criss, let me know. Let me know what you love about Peter Criss. Let me know what music you love from him. Let me know if you own any of his albums or if there's any albums you're wanting to grab up still and what he's done for you in your life. Um, Cigar market continues to grow. Imports rise 4.6% for the third quarter. Let's see here. Casa Carrillo debuting extremely limited edition cigars. I've never heard of those cigars. Casa de Rio. I've never heard of those, I don't think. Ireland's first ever regional edition Cuba cigars coming to UK. Ireland's first ever regional edition Cuban coming to UK. There's a great cigar right there, the Oliva V. The Punch Nectaris number 50 Exclusivo Orlando, the first regional edition cigar ever made for Ireland, is taking a short trip across the Irish Sea and will soon be on sale in England and the rest of the United Kingdom. The Cuban cigar will make its British debut at James J. Fox, starting with a February 5 event. After a 1 week exclusive at Fox venues, it will go on sale via Habano cigar specialists across the United Kingdom, just distributed by British importer Hunters and Francow, the exclusive Habanos importer from the UK region. So anyway, I bet those will be great cigars. I wish we could get a hold of some of those. Let's see here. KO Amazon Basin returns for 2026. I've heard those are great cigars. I've never had one, but I've heard they're great. I cannot get over how good the cigar is. My gosh. Fuente Opus X, shrouded in gold and secrecy. Let's take a look at that. I love Opus X cigars. I don't have them every day, of course. I have them on special occasions. But anyway, yeah, that's a beautiful display there. Wow, beautiful cigars. Connecticut retailer Michael Cafagno, I believe is how you pronounce that, who owns Tobacconist of Greenwich, was certainly not expecting the cigars when they arrived. We are not given any information about the release of or blend. Cafagno tells Cigar Aficionado, but when we received them, we were absolutely blown away, not only by the beauty of the cigar in the box, but the addition of another legendary line of the Opus X collection. So there's a close-up of it right there. See, there's no mention of these cigars on the Fuente website either, but here's what we do know. The Forbidden X Templo de Oro is offered in four sizes. Number one, measuring 6 1/8 inches by 50 ring gauge, with a suggested retail price of $29.50 each. Number three, 5.5 by 52 at $28. Number eight, 6 1/8 by 55 at $32. And number 13, 6 by 58 at $32.50. All come in a decorative 20 count box, heavy on the gold. The cigars are made in the Dominican Republic. At Tabacalera, A Fuente CIA. Let's see here. Okay. Well, that is something I hope I do run into. Alec Bradley, Filthy Hilligan is bringing back the Shamrock cigars again. Those are great cigars if you've never had one. Really good cigars. A new Nicaraguan Romeo with a dark Oscuro wrapper. By Romeo Y. Julieta. Cuban Kawhi d'Orsay, Especial d'Orsay coming to Switzerland. Cuban Punch Princesses, L launches in Cyprus. Oh, let's see. New Cuban Trinidad premieres in Mexico City. New Cuban Hoyo debuts in Germany. I didn't realize how big cigars are in Germany. I realized that cigars are really big in Germany. Let's see. Nicaragua threatened with tariffs of up to 100%. Warning from the United States takes aim at the world's largest producer of handmade cigars and could lead to far higher prices for consumers. Huh. Let's see here. An update on legal challenges to California's UTL regulations. California's unflavored tobacco list regulations continue to be a complication for cigar makers, retailers, and consumers in the Golden State. Days after the October 9th application deadline, which required cigar makers to register each individual cigar they wish to sell in the state or risk them being deemed illegal. Wow. Questions still remain and legal battles continue. Last week, cigar industry plaintiffs filed an emergency temporary restraining order before the October 9th deadline with the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California, which hopes of delaying said cutoff date. The order was denied late last week, and now the same plaintiffs have filed another restraining order in California Superior Court. The plaintiffs are the same cigar companies and organizations who filed a lawsuit against Robert Andres Bonta, Attorney General of California on October 3rd. Ashton Distributors, Oliva Cigar, Padron Cigars, Rocky Patel, Premium Cigars, La Flor Dominicana, Arturo Fuente, My Father Cigar, Cigar Rights of America, and the Premium Cigar Association. It really is important that you guys join the CRA. They have guys that fight in every state for our cigar rights. It really is important to join CRA. I need to renew my subscription actually, but by us joining and staying a part of that, it allows us to sign any petitions or anything going on that we can get involved with to allow our cigar rights to continue on in each state. There's a lot of states that are trying to ban cigars still. And, we've got in the CRA, we've got guys going out in every state representing each state fighting for our rights. So it really is important to join CRA, and it's not very much a year. I think it's like $25 a year is what I paid last time. So anyway, make sure you guys go to cigarAficionado.com to catch up more on that story there. But it really is important that you guys join CRA. It really is. Cigar industry sues California Attorney General, which we kind of read about. You can look at the top 25 cigars of 2025 on this website, or you guys can subscribe to the magazine and get all this information in there too. So, but yeah, so anyway. Few little things going on there for you guys to check into more. But definitely go to CigarAficionado.com for more information on what's going on with the cigar world out there, anything new that's coming out, or anything that's going on with Congress or the state, each state that's the cigar war that's going on. So make sure you check it out. Cigar trivia. Let's see. The word stogie came from gradient venting bands to prevent stains. The word stogie from Pennsylvania's Conestoga wagons and famous smokers like Churchill, who even had a special mask for flying. Key elements are fermentation for flavor. Tiny tobacco seeds, 3,000 seeds per flower. Wow, that's incredible. It really is. 3,000 seeds per flower. And you guys wonder how so many cigars are being able to make so quickly. Not boutique cigars, but like name brand cigars that put out massive amounts of cigars. 3,000 per flower. Those seeds are super, super tiny. And 3,000, you can hold all 3,000 in your hand. That's how small they are. My cigar finally went out. So let me give it a relight. I'm not going to hold that against it because the cigar has been doing great. But one relight so far, which isn't too bad. I'm into the second third of the cigar. So it's really been doing great. Really has. I probably went a little longer. I was probably a little more long-winded this time around. That's probably why I went out. But yeah, terrific cigar. I'm really impressed with the cigar so far. I'm gonna go ahead and take off the second cigar band here, I think. I can get it off. There we are. I always wait to pull my cigar bands off as the burn line gets a little closer to those cigar bands, because these are held with pectin. And if you take them off too soon, you can pull part of your outer cigar leaf with that. And as your cigar heats up even more, your cigar will start cracking and falling apart. So you don't want that to happen. So wait patiently. Don't take those bands off until you get that burn line gets close to that cigar band. So that way you can take it off easily. You won't tear any of your cigar with it. Ancient roots, man smoked tobacco wrapped in leaves around 1000 BC. BCE. The word cigar comes from the Mayan silkar, to smoke rolled tobacco leaves. Silkar, to smoke rolled tobacco leaves. If you ever hear that word, silkar, that's what that means. Originated by the Mayans back in 1000 BCE. Stogie comes from the Conestoga wagons whose drivers smoked rustic cigars over in Pennsylvania. Cigar bands were invented by Catherine the Great or German manufacturers to keep fingers clean or distinguish authentic Cuban cigars from fakes. I didn't know that part. I did know that Catherine the Great invented that cigar band to keep your fingers clean. And that was more I read for like Lanceros that women would smoke originally in the beginning. But I didn't know that they were originally made to distribute, to determine whether a real Cuban cigar was fake or not. I didn't know that. Let's see here. Different parts, tobacco, different parts of the plant, Corona, Ligero, Viso, Seco, Velado, yield different flavors, and tobacco is often fermented multiple times. So there's a little information for you about that. Tobacco seeds are incredibly small. One flower per seeds produces thousands, which I just mentioned 3,000 per flower. A torsador is a highly skilled cigar roller, which are only hired for cigars like this. Torpedoes, Figurados, only the best cigar rollers in each cigar company is privileged enough to do this because they want these to be absolutely perfect. Aging, like wine, cigars improve with age as flavors meld. Flavors meld. Yeah, definitely over time, if you let your cigars rest, the flavors really come out more, and they might even mellow out a little bit if you've got a really super spicy cigar. If you let it age for a little bit, it'll let it mellow out a little bit, and the flavors will really come out better for you if you let your cigars age. Winston Churchill, an iconic smoker, he had a special oxygen mask made to use in flight. Um, let's see here. Cutting different cuts, V cut punch, affect the burn with some tools causing tar buildup. One thing I've noticed if I use a punch and that opening is really small in the end, and if you're puffing too much or smoking that cigar too quickly, you can get some tar buildup, which is not something you want. And it does not taste real great either. It's real bitter, and you'll see it on your fingers. You'll see brown tar on your fingers, and it tastes terrible. So don't let that happen. If you got a smaller hole on the end or cut on the end, like a punch, you'll don't smoke it too fast. Smoke it a little slower, and tar shouldn't be an issue. So tar builds up when the tobacco heats up too quick, and I'm not sure the exact science behind the tar, but I just know if you've got a small opening on the end of your cigar where the cap is and you're smoking it too fast, that tobacco heats up too quick and almost melts it, and almost becomes a liquid. So just if you've got a smaller cut on the end, just take it a little slower. Let that burn up and then cool down a little bit before you take the next puff. So anyway, well, that's it for I guess today. I do want to give a couple shout outs. My buddy Jacob Swire over in Rapid City, South Dakota. Happy belated birthday to you, buddy. Hope you had a great birthday. I got something I gotta get in the mail out to you still. I've just been so dang busy with everything going on with me, but I gotta get that out to you. And so I gotta get your birthday gift, and it's also part of your Christmas gift too. So gotta get that out to you still. And Lance Williams, I've got a cigar I gotta get out to you still. I've been really behind on what I'm trying to do for everybody, but there's a cigar I gotta get out to you too. And Ira Lee, I got a cigar I gotta get to you as well to try. And my buddy Daniel Rains over in Canada always watches everything I do, comments on everything. Probably my number one follower. Um, he watches everything, looks forward to everything I do, watches everything I do, and just always sends me great feedback and comments. And just we've FaceTimed each other, we've talked a lot through emails emails and just through the messaging on my YouTube channel. So Daniel, thanks for being such a great friend to me and for being such a huge supporter of me. I appreciate you. And Daniel remains over in South Dakota, or I'm sorry, Jacob Lee over in South Dakota. Daniel remains in Canada, Jacob Lee in South Dakota. Thank you for your support to me too and your friendship with me. And Jacob, like I said, I got to get your Christmas and birthday gift out to you. And yeah. And Ed with Caps on Cameras, you're such a great friend too, and I appreciate you watching everything I do. You're really more into my cap reviews than anything, but and my music reviews. So thank you for all your support to me, and thanks for everything you've been doing here lately to help others out that are in need. That's just such a great quality about you. You're very generous, and I appreciate what you got coming in the mail for me. I'm still looking for it to come. But Caps on Camera, Ed's over in Japan, and he's with a channel called Caps on Cameras. Does a lot of beautiful photography over in Japan. There, he lives around the Mount Everest area, which is really cool. So check out his YouTube channel, Caps on Cameras. He's got some great photography that he does, and just a great guy. So, and then Ira Lee with the Boutique Cigar, Ira and Daniel Lee with the Boutique Cigar. I appreciate your friendship, all your support to me. It's great to be a brand ambassador for you guys, and I hope to be doing more here soon for you guys. I really do. So, and then my wife Marcy, for all of her support to me. This is really what this podcast, this show was dedicated to her. For all of her support to me, for our marriage, our relationship with each other, all of her support to me. I wanted to dedicate one of my shows to her, and of course, Ira Lee with the Boutique Cigar allowed me to have a cigar created for this show for our marriage to commemorate our marriage, our our relationship with each other, our marriage and what we have between each other. So that was, that cigar came out last September of last year, and I that was what was featured on the previous Troy Marchia cigar review last year in September. Um, so go back and watch that show if you haven't, to check out that cigar that I featured. That was for our marriage. That was made for our marriage and everything. So um, that was a Troy Marchia cigar limited. Uh, so 9094 1421. So anyway, but yeah, so make sure you guys check that out. And you guys, I appreciate you so much. I needed to check something out real quick. I wanted to give you guys the date of that last show, and so you guys can go back and find it if you want to check out that cigar. And I'm sorry, I got my years mixed up. 091422 is when we got married. So not 21. I apologize. 20 and 2021 is when we bought our house together, and my wife came and moved here at the time to Kimball here, and then we got married a year after that. So actually September 14th of 2022 is when we got married. Uh my wife moved down in 2021 here to Kimball to be with me, and then we got married a year after that. So the Troy Marchie cigar review limited 091422 is the name of that cigar. So it's a barber pole cigar with Candela Maduro wrapper on it, and it's a Gordo. It's a nice size cigar, and just one of the best cigars I've actually ever had. So thank you, Ira and Danielle, for that cigar. And that show came out September 15th of last year. So make sure you guys check out that show. That came out the day after our anniversary. And I featured that cigar that was made specially for our marriage. So anyway, guys, that's it for me today. But I do want to tell my wife, Marcy, thank you for all of her support to me, and all the rest of her family, and for all their support to me and my side of the family, my mom, my sister, my brother Grant over in Sheridan, Wyoming, my sister Sharon Torrington, my mom Sheila. All of you guys, thank you for all of your support to me. You guys are the greatest. I love all of you very much. All of you, my followers that are around the world that follow me and stay close touch with me. I love and appreciate all of you guys so much. Also, you guys are the greatest, and I'm so glad that we've got this community here, and uh, just a great community here. And I'm just so glad to be a part of all this still. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here right now. So I hope you guys know how much you guys mean to me. Really, I really hope you guys know that. But anyway, guys, again, um, this is episode 12 of the Troy Marchia Cigar Review. And I hope you've enjoyed this today. And Grazi and Avadarchi, which is thank you and goodbye. And again, I'm Troy Harper with Harper Cigar Lounge, and this is the Troy Marchia Cigar Review. And I've got like a bug bite or something on my leg here that's itching like hell. But anyway, guys, and cheers to you, by the way. And I will let you know how this cigar finishes out. I've done one relight, so I'm going to give it, a 9 out of 10 right now. If it continues to do well, I may bump it back up to a 10 out of 10. So, but great cigar. And again, this is the Michelangelo Italy Toro 6x62 Figurado. And just a great cigar. Great taste notes of dark cherries, pepper, red pepper, just some nice spice to it. And dark roast coffee. I'm getting some dark chocolate, like dark chocolate, and some cedar leather, and just a great cigar. Really a great cigar. Runs around now. Manufacturer suggested retail price around $16.99. So find yourself some of these if you can. And I will continue to smoke this and let you know how it turns out in the end. So, but guys, thank you for being with me today. And yeah, it's building us some nice white ash again. Construction's still great, draw's still great. Everything's just great on this. Really loving it. So anyway, guys, again, the Michelangelo Italy Toro 6x62 Figurado. So anyway, guys, I guess that's it for me. It's great to be back with another Troy Marcia cigar review show. And I've really enjoyed this today with you guys. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys are the greatest. So hang in there. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week. And I'll catch you soon on some other podcasts, some other videos and everything. I'll see you guys in the comments. Please message me anytime. I'll message you right back. I'll get right back to you guys. And I'll see you guys later. And again, please subscribe to this channel today if you haven't. Leave me a like, leave me some questions, comments, and feedback. Share this content with everybody you know. Hit that bell below, guys, to get all the latest content, latest updates on this channel, so you never get behind. And again, grazie and arrivederci to you guys. And we'll see you soon. God bless, guys. Bye-bye now.